Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Hope all is well in your world. Thank you to the new people that are joining our channel. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Now, are you dealing with hot weather this summer? It's been extremely warm where I am the whole summer. And I'm the kind of person that likes to wear makeup every day. I just enjoy makeup. But it's a different kind of challenge when the weather is really hot and humid. So I've got 13 things that you might want to think about to do to help with your makeup application during the summer months, the hot summer months. And hopefully they'll give you some inspiration to keep it light and carefree, but also look good. So I've got my turquoise eyeshadow on today to reinforce what can be done. But anyway, 13 things. Now my tea this morning, I'm drinking a tea every day. This is my happiness tea. It says happiness can be found in the littlest things. So I agree with that. So cheers, everyone. Hope that you got a coffee or tea. Just settle back and we'll talk about those 13 things that you can do with your makeup on a hot summer day. But first of all, I wanted to mention to you who our sponsor is today. It is Easy Spirit. Now, Easy Spirit has been making really comfortable and fashionable shoes for women over the last 35 years. But they've recently updated their product line, their website, and they've got a whole lot of new designs, beautiful colors and shapes and sizes, and really beautiful shoes. So you don't have to sacrifice style for comfort. Now, they believe one thing, which is that comfort should be uncomplicated. And that's a spirit that women share all around the world, to be comfortable in their shoes. So you can check out their products at easyspirit.com. And they make a range of sizes and different widths and orthotics as well. And I'll be featuring some over the next few weeks for you to see. So just wanted to share that Easy Spirit is our sponsor today. And if you click on the link in the description below this video, you will see a promo code that offers you a 20% discount on any purchase on the Easy Spirit website. So click on the link that you'll find in the description below the video. Okay, so let's go back to makeup and hot days. One of our bloggers, Elise Marquin-Johns, wrote this article. She is a makeup artist and she has been working with fashion and beauty for years. And she lives in a hot climate. So she tells her story in this article about, basically going out one day and kind of melting. She knew that it was going to be hot, but hadn't taken humidity into the picture. So when she got to where she was literally sweating. And this has happened to me too. So makeup then is like, kind of a moot point, it's gone. But there are some things you can do, and she's got some really cool ideas. And I think I don't know if we'll get through all 13 of them, but I'll go through as many as I can. They're very practical, very down to earth and straightforward. And hopefully they'll give you some ideas of what you can do. So first thing, use a toner before you put your moisturizer on. So get all the oils that are on your skin naturally out of the way, and then put a lightweight moisturizer, not a cream. You can try a tinted moisturizer with an SPF. That's another option for your foundation. Don't use a heavy foundation. Just use tinted moisturizer. Now this is one I hadn't heard of. Brand new idea. Apply a small amount of milk of magnesia. Dab it on with a bit of Kleenex onto a cotton ball, onto your face. Milk of magnesia. It dries the skin a little bit. It pulls out the oils. And if you don't have any milk of magnesia around, you can use a waterproof matte face primer. And just look for the word matte, because that's what makes the more of a dry fit. So matte is important, but you can use milk of magnesia. It's a really cool idea. You can spray your face after you've put your makeup on with a setting spray, not a finishing spray, but a setting spray, because again, that makes your face a little drier and just prepares it for the humidity. So a setting spray. You could use a small amount of oil-free, long-lasting liquid foundation. Now, I've used a matte foundation today on my skin, and you really can feel the difference. Now, I'm inside, of course, but when I go out, this is going to be much better in the sun than a very creamy, creamy-based foundation. So use a very lightweight, long-lasting liquid foundation, and not a cream. And only on the key areas. You don't have to put it all over your face. You can just put it on the areas that are a little bit red or just need smoothing. You can blend all of this, and she highlights this very, very carefully several times, with a dampened beauty sponge. apply with, I applied this with a brush, but you can apply with a dampened beauty sponge where you basically just put your foundation on and you press it in. It's a very, very good technique, but it has to be dampened. That's the secret. And instead of a formula, a foundation, by the way, you can use a lightweight, creamy concealer, but not too creamy, but use a concealer just on those places that need smoothing. Brows, always a challenge for me. Brows you can get waterproof mascaras for your brow. There are brow mascaras. Get a waterproof one because you tend to sweat, I think, a little bit on your T-zone, and that's where you can lose some of your color if you get out into a humid climate. But only, again, just do it lightly. You don't have to go crazy with color and shape. Just highlight the areas that need accenting. So use a 24-hour waterproof brow product. That's the secret. Then apply an eye primer over your entire eyelid, but use like a translucent powder over it. So put the primer on first and then dab on translucent powder before you put on some eyeshadow powder. And the translucent powder, again, works in the same way. It's like a mattifying effect. And I use Bare Minerals, but there's lots of different translucent powders that you can use. Then you apply your eyeshadow. Now, I've used today, one of my favorite tricks in the summer is to use a color liner. This is turquoise blue, and I love this one because it just makes your eyes sparkle a bit, and it's summery, and it stays on. It's 24-hour. It's really long-lasting, and even if everything else starts to fade on your face, on your eyes, you've got this little beautiful eyeliner. You can use purple, gold. They've got some amazing colors. This one's a Kiko, but you can get them in all kinds of brands. Just look for like gel color turquoise. I just noticed my turquoise necklace is there. Is out of place. So that's another thing. When you're doing your cheeks, use a cheek blush, use powder instead of cream because cream will fade. Now I put cream on first and then I put powder on, but for the hot sunny days, just use a little bit of powder and you don't have to use a lot. That's really important. Of course, use waterproof mascara. This isn't like, instructions, it's just ideas. But if you use waterproof mascara, it will last a lot longer and it won't tend to drip and leak down under your eyes. So use a waterproof mascara. And if you use eyeliner like this one, or even in black or brown, just use waterproof and long lasting, 24-hour. That's the secret. I have a friend in Bali, which is a very hot place, and she says, she doesn't really worry about foundation on her face much, except maybe dabbing a little bit here and there. She just focuses on her eyes. She figures that if everything else melts off, she will have sparkly eyes, and I think that's a kind of nice technique and idea. So finally, highlighter. If you're going to do any highlighter, put it on with a dampened sponge. Don't use a cream too much. Just powder, gently press it in with a dampened sponge, and use a translucent powder again if you've got any oily areas on your T-zone, which do happen when the weather is a little hot. So those are some ideas. And then again, she reminds us to use the setting spray on our face at the end because that's going to hold everything in place. And of course, if you don't want to, worry about all this makeup falling apart, just go to an air-conditioned mall, stay in an air-conditioned building, and just enjoy the hot weather. But if you want to get out and about and you still want to use makeup, these are some ideas. So I hope that's been useful and helpful. Have you got any ideas for dealing with hot weather and hot, humid weather and makeup? I would be really interested if any of these are ones you've tried. The milk of magnesia, dabbing that on with a cotton ball is before you put any foundation on, is interesting. And of course, using the setting spray, waterproof everything, long lasting. Those are some tips and tricks. Hopefully that's been useful. So again, we talk about all kinds of things here on 60andMe, and today it was makeup, tomorrow it might be something else, but we try to deal with issues and topics that women over 60, over 50, 60, 70 like to talk about and learn more about. So hopefully this has been a good tutorial for makeup. Thank you, Elise, for the article, and have a wonderful summer, whatever's left of it for you, and we'll talk again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.